Hello everyone, and thanks for tuning in to the Medium by Design. So this video is going to cover a very interesting topic and an interesting experience that one of my clients had through a dream involving ETs. Now, if you watch the two messages that involved the ship that I had seen in the sky, and they explain that they were part of an alliance and that the whole planet is surrounded by many ETs at this time in multiple dimensions, and that they're all here to assist us get through our next level of evolution. Now that sounds pretty straightforward and simple, but since they're all different, they can interact with us differently. And I got a email from this wonderful woman who had a very interesting dream. And after I read the story of the dream, I thought, we need to get a writing from them because they have a lot to share about how they're contacting us through our dreams. So let me get into the writing first, and then I'll stop in between and I'll tell you what happened with her in the dream, which is a little humorous, but had a very, very, very strong reaction throughout the dream with her and with them, in her interaction with them. So let's just jump in here and see what they had to say. Basically, the woman had a question about her actions in the dream with this ET and what the outcome was going to be, because she didn't really like what happened after that. So she wanted to know who they were, and she had a few questions. So here's what they said. Let's start with some of the easy answers. Yes, we are part of the Alliance. We are here to assist, but in a much different way than those you have written from so far, those that I have written from so far. Her experience is not unique. There are many we have been reaching out to and calling on during the sleep state to conduct meetings. Many of you humans know that you leave the body when you sleep. Your light body is free to roam around, travel, learn, be part of a group, go to meetings, not 12-step meetings, and many other experiences that a soul cannot have while on earth in body. Your sleep time can be seen sometimes as an information gathering time. What many do not know yet is there are those of us making first contact through your sleep state. We chose this to see how you would react. We are testing the waters, so to speak, to see how we might be received. We chose certain souls we believed would not freak out. Based on our first few meetings with a soul, we decide if we can continue with that soul. We have no judgment about any individual. We are simply looking for the best match that we can share information about us and let some humans get acquainted with our energy. This is an experiment, so we have no preconceived expectations. We do have some simple guidelines we would like those individuals to follow. Think of it as a time of free thought exchange. We get to share energetically, telepathically, and allow humans to have a totally different experience than they are used to. This meeting or class will have a chance to evolve based on what we share and what those present ask us. It will be a very eye-opening experience as well as a chance to plant the seed of our existence. Like we may have expressed before, those in the Alliance are not all of the same dimension, look alike, or even know each other from other parts of the galaxy. You might say, we are not only here to assist Earth and humanity, but we in the Alliance are having a type of reunion of galactic beings. This might explain some of the anticipation and excitement with some of the Alliance members. So I hope you can follow this. They're explaining that they're part of this alliance around the planet, but all in the alliance don't know each other, even because they're from all different parts of the galaxy. It's a very interesting message. As you might imagine, just as this woman had a curious reaction to seeing us, we each have a different physical look. Those in the alliance all have a different look. That being said, when we in the alliance meet each other, it is understood with respect that we do respect each other and even keep a respectable distance. You might ask why. Since we don't know each other and each other's chemical energetic makeup, we aren't even sure how we might affect each other just being together. This is so interesting. Just like we are watching the humans' reaction at these meetings, we watch and observe the reaction of other alliance members as well. None of us wants to do harm to another, but really don't know what our presence can do. We realize you never expected us to share this with you, but it is imperative you realize we don't know everything. The other beings you are aware of, those on the various councils or those who have been helping Earth previously, carry much more wisdom and insight to how the Earth and humans operate. Some of us are new to this party. We would tell this woman not to feel bad about her experience. There are many others she will be able to meet and learn from. Just remain open and be open to connect with other individuals who are already in contact. Many in the Alliance are having meetings with humans while you are awake. Even some of the channelers are receiving messages, conducting questions and answers, and leading meditations that allow you to see those ETs while awake. There are numerous ways besides in the sleep state you can have an experience. Salvatore, you were simply sitting on your patio and looked up and knew something was in the sky for you to get acquainted. You had no clue another level of communication was opening right before your eyes. And here you are again, receiving from us. We hope that you each continue to open and enjoy this incredible reunion of beings as we continue to reach out to the human race and assist as we are asked in this monumental shift of the earth as well as human understanding and consciousness. Be well, our friends. Now you see, this group is here to assist, but they're kind of waiting for instructions because they said, as we are asked. So what I got after writing this was that many in the Alliance have come from all parts of the galaxy because there was, I can't think of a better phrase, but this clarion call, which comes from another woman that I listen to that I love, and she uses that phrase. It's not my phrase. I'm sorry I don't have a better wording of my own, but it's almost like some kind of message went out from God. Can you please help the humans at this time on the planet? And all these beings said, okay, we'll show up. And now here they are. But some of them don't even know why they're here. They're just offering assistance as they're told what to do. So for me, hearing the story, and now I can tell you what happened in the dream because it's kind of funny. Hearing the story from this woman was funny, but it actually it was teaching protocol, which is kind of interesting. Protocol with new species. So it's very much Star Trek. This whole thing was very much Star Trek. So let's focus on this particular part of the Alliance and this group. So they want to meet us through the dreams because they can't show up on the Earth because they're very odd looking and humans wouldn't do well. So what they're doing is they're approaching different souls through the dream state to present themselves. And they're having these meetings. This is all very clear. It's not woo-woo. It's different. And people are having these dreams with these beings. And of course, they don't know that it's actually a real meeting. But this woman, she sensed something was up because she felt it was very real. So she's at this beautiful meeting with other humans, and they're all sitting down, I'm assuming in chairs. And she said the walls were glass. It was a glass meeting room. And then this alien being came in, kind of floating in, and it was round, not super big, and had tentacles on it. And it was floating around, kind of introducing itself telepathically to everybody there. Well, this woman, she's got the curiosity of a child. So she reached out and she grabbed one of the tentacles because she wanted it to stay by her and focus on her. Well, she had an abrupt ending to the meeting and wound up back in her body and woke up. So I really feel this was a meeting. I have no question about it. Why couldn't these ETs approach us in our sleep? We have all kinds of dreams. Our soul leaves the body very often, sometimes every night, and travels somewhere to meet some other beings, some family members that have passed on, ancestors, travel the world, whatever the reason, whatever the soul is wanting to do at night. Sometimes it goes out to help others. There's many, many reasons why our soul leaves the body at night. And it has its own agenda that is not necessarily on our conscious mind. It could be, if you're doing a lot of conscious work and you're programming your dreams and remembering them, that's great. But not everybody does. We don't all remember all of our dreams. So that was interesting. I just saw the camera do something behind me. Did you see that with the RV? It came into focus and then went out. That was odd. So anyway, she had this experience. She went back in the body, and then she was very upset about it because she thought she got rejected. And that's why they were saying, don't feel bad about the experience. We are interviewing you, and if we don't feel you're good for this meeting, then we just release you, and you can move on and have other ET visitations in another way. And the other thing that I got after this writing was that there are many people already around the world having meditation groups where ETs are coming and visiting and giving channeled messages to the groups. So this is not new. I don't have any ET groups going on right now, but this is not new. This is going on all over the world. And anyone who's watching this video, if you think it's interesting, just go and seek out some kind of ET meditation group or communication group or any kind of ET group, or even the conventions. I know there's a lot of very interesting conventions where people who follow ETs show up, and you can share your experiences or expand your mind and have another experience that maybe you didn't have yet. Just show up at a group and see how it goes. But again, as you heard on my previous video, you still have to discern. You have to discern, does this match my heart's desire? Does this match where I want to go? And believe me, when I first had that ship experience last year, I didn't go right into the writing and opening the communication right away. I sat here for a while just wondering, what's this flying around the sky? What's that floating up there? And then I opened it up and I got those two beautiful messages. So, I still am evolving as a soul, and I'm still playing with different energies and communications and reaching different levels. So, I'm assuming many of us on our spiritual paths are opening to new things possibly daily. So, just take it slowly. Don't rush, don't push, and above all, don't control. Just affirm and allow the best and highest experiences to come to you, and that you may get some joy out of these experiences. So with that, I think we've now been acquainted with another ET culture. So if you meet them in your dreams, know that you heard it here first, that these tentacle beings are here friendly, looking to have meetings to exchange thoughts and ideas. So, and again, if anybody finds this video and you already have contact with them, feel free to put it in the comments. It'd be fun to hear that someone else had a similar experience or is in contact with this group. So I hope you like this. I hope it touched you in some fun way. If it did, just like it. If you love this channel, take a look around. There's a lot of different levels of messages here. And if you find more that you like, of course, you can subscribe. We're over 360 subscribers. God bless everybody. I'm so happy that the channel is starting to grow and people are hearing these messages and enjoying and receiving. That means a lot to me, because you never know when you partake in something new. Is this going to reach anybody? Is anybody going to want it? Is this going to be a dead end? And I don't think it is. I think this is a lot of fun, and sharing my personal multidimensional life experiences through my messages. So again, feel free to look around. There is a PayPal button if you want to be supportive in that kind of way. That would be great. And feel free to leave comments of your ET experience or other spiritual experience, because there are others watching these videos. They might feel like they're alone on an island and they have nobody to share with. Because remember, many of us are born into families and cultures that don't believe in anything. They're stuck in beliefs and rules and regulations of how life is supposed to be, and they don't have a chance to break free like I did, and like many others now are breaking free also on a daily basis, which is part of the Great Awakening. That's what we're going through, and part of the ascension process. The ascension process is shedding all of the old. There's nothing hidden anymore. If you're on an ascension path, you're going to have to let go of a lot. I said this to the group in the 3-part series that's on my channel, that you can't pretend to be on the ascension path. It's very, very tangible. It's very real. It's very intense. It can be very painful. There are many real life experiences that you have to walk away from and not be part of. So if you're going through any of those things or having odd symptoms of the body that your doctor can't figure out, look up some ascension stuff and start studying that. We want to take care of ourselves physically, and we want to do things with professionals that know what's going on with the body. But sometimes we're not getting clear answers, especially lately, the last few years. We're not getting clear answers and we don't know what to do. So then I turned to some of the ascension information. I just kind of stumbled on it, and I'm like, wow, this makes a lot of sense. So, and I'm sharing some of it with you guys through these videos. So again, God bless the subscribers, the people that have found this channel, and I hope you're having a wonderful time creating your own connections to your own soul group and possibly ETs. And just remember, there's always more to come on my channel. As long as I'm breathing, I'll have something interesting to share. Thanks again.